All right, I am back. So now that I've just done all of the announcements in the first little video, let's just kind of dive right into regarding chakras. I'm talking all about the seven chakra system, the 13 chakra that all of us need to know at this time because we're all transmuting and we're moving forward and we're raising our vibration. Hi everyone! I hope this is better. I hope you guys can all hear me and I hope there are less glitches in this new stream. So let's get right into it. I want to talk about the first time I ever realized that there were different chakra systems. As you guys know, um, I'm able to see chakras and auras and energies. And so for me, I mean, I always thought that there was only just the seven chakra system. And as you should also know too, I don't do any external research, which means that all I know is what I've channeled, what I've seen, and that can be quite limiting, but also quite liberating at the same time. So ultimately, what happened was that about 3 or 4 years ago, I started channeling the children of my clients, and they all ended up having like different chakra systems. And I started seeing chakras in the hands, and I started seeing chakras in the ears, and I started seeing no chakras at all in individuals that I was channeling. And I was so mind blowing that I had to really deep dive into it. I had to look into it. Hi, Heidi, as usual. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah, and so I really had to look into it, and turns out we are actually changing and transitioning our vibration, and we're moving on from the traditional seven chakra system. So let's talk about it. I have some really awesome colorful pens here, and I've got this whiteboard. Okay, so you guys all know, and you should know, that this right here is the traditional seven chakra system. Okay. If you don't know, I'm going to just educate you really quickly. Base root chakra is red energy, and it's all about grounding, foundations. It's really rooted into this physical reality. It's about space and time. It's about feeling comfortable and aligned. Okay. The orange chakra here is called the Sacral Chakra. It's all about emotions. It's about feeling. It's about being an empath. It's about connection. And then there is sexual elements as well to the Sacral Chakra as well as the Root Chakra. I don't really channel too much of that in my sessions. Anyway, and so then you've got the yellow chakra right here. So it's kind of right in between your rib cage, and it's all about confidence, knowing oneself, standing in your power, making decisive decisions. Okay, that's what the yellow chakra, solar plexus. And then you've got the green chakra up here. This is the heart chakra. It's all about being connected. It's about being authentic. It's about, letting your walls down. Kind of like ultimate source connection could be considered in the heart chakra. I also see a lot of divine masculine energy in that heart chakra as well. Being decisive, making decisions, knowing your direction. Then the throat chakra, all about communication, expression, how you're feeling, what you want to say. The other thing, too, that people don't usually keep in mind is that the throat chakra is also all about your communication inside as well. How are you going to connect to yourself internally? Okay. And then you've got the third eye chakra, spiritual connection, visuals, telepathy, those kind of things. And then you've got the crown chakra, okay, which is all about basically source connection. So you can have source connection and have your crown chakra open, but maybe you're not actually seeing what you're connected to because your third eye is still blocked. That's kind of how that works. That's just a really brief overview from what I know and what I've channeled. Yeah, awesome. Okay. And then I want to talk a little bit more about the seven chakra system. Basically, this is the old energy system. the old energy system, I consider the old chakra system like an engine. It's like an old engine in your car. You know, it's an oldie, it's a goodie, but also ultimately it needs to be upgraded. If we're going from the steam engine to gas engine, you're going to need to be upgraded. If we're going from the gas engine to an electric engine, guess what? You're going to be upgraded. And I see the 7 chakra system moving into the 13 chakra system as a massive upgrade, but only a stepping stone to our ultimate upgrade, which is going to be crystalline energy. And I'm going to talk all about crystalline energy today as well. Okay, I also want to mention that the 7 chakra system is in relation to modalities, okay? It's a very old modality system. So people who do Reiki and other even meridian point exercises like acupuncture, that once again, they're oldies, they're goodies, they still work, but they're only working right now on the 7 chakra system. If a Reiki practitioner who only ever did Reiki wanted to work on a crystalline child, guess what? You're actually not going to make an impact on that crystalline child at all, because you're working in an old traditional system. Now, I don't want anyone who does Reiki or who does that for a living to get freaked out and say, oh my goodness, I'm going to need to change everything that I'm doing. No, absolutely not. But it's important for you to upgrade what you're doing. Over the past years of me being a psychic and a past life regressor and all of those things, I've absolutely upgraded what I've been doing, and I upgrade my practices with the masses. So this is what I'm saying. You don't have to let go of Reiki altogether, but it's important to upgrade it and to understand that you need to include other aspects of the 13 chakra system in order to kind of be with the times, if that makes sense. Okay, cool. I also want to say too that the 7 chakra system is kind of like training wheels on a bicycle. Okay, it's really helped us connect, but ultimately it's not meant to be there forever. The 7 chakra system was never meant to be in our system forever. And I also just want to squash the conspiracy belief that the chakra system is a prison or it's a trap, just like going into the white light after you die is a trap. And I kind of squashed that yesterday. Ultimately, it's not, guys. This chakra system is not a trap. This was not built for our entrapment. This was built for our evolution. And I'll explain exactly why the 7 chakra system was built for our evolution. And I wrote this down right before, and this is amazing. Okay, so keep this in mind. And if anything, if you have a notebook and pen, please write this down in particular. The 7 chakra system helps us to translate and interpret energy. The 7 chakra system helps us to translate and interpret energy. Okay? So think about it this way. I'll just put this down for a second. Think about it this way. We are all physical beings. We can all agree that we're physical beings, right? We can also all agree that we have vibration and energy to us as well. So what is the translator? If there's all this energy, if you walk into a room full of businessmen who are having a very heated debate about a lot of money, and there's all this energy and all this tension going on, if you're just a physical being, you're not going to be connected to the tension in the room. You're going to be like, yeah, let's do it. You know, the stocks are going up, they're going down. I don't know what those businessmen say in the meetings, but you're not going to feel it. You're going to have no empathic connection to the vibes in the room whatsoever. You're going to be a human. You're going to be a physical being in that room, in the presence of those people, right? If you're a major empath and you walk into that room and you're feeling the energy of everyone, guess where you're feeling that energy? You're feeling it in the pit of your stomach. You're feeling it in your lower back. You're feeling it in the back of your neck. All of a sudden, you walk into a room full of businessmen with tons of tension, and you're feeling the energy in your body. And the reason why you're feeling that energy is because of the chakra system. The chakra system, the 7 chakra system, is a training wheels program, basically, to help us to translate and transmute and to understand and to connect with energy, vibration. Does that make sense? The chakra system allows us to translate and interpret energy. Oh, I'm feeling something. Oh, I'm feeling kind of scratchy in my throat. Oh, I'm feeling something, but it's a headache in my forehead. You know, it's like, okay, cool. Once you understand the chakra system, you understand exactly what's going on with you, because it's in that area of your body. The chakra system allows us to understand energy. Really. And it's amazing. That's incredible. We have a system in our body that allows us to understand energy. But now that we're aligned to understanding energy, whether you are aware or even freaking care about the chakra system or not, now we're moving on. Now we're upgrading. Now, like I said, even if you're not even aware of the chakra system to begin with, you're upgrading your systems right now at this time. And you're going to be feeling it. And trust me when I say, you're going to be feeling it. All right? So let's talk about the 13 chakra system. And I'm going to have to draw it because I wasn't able to find a picture of the 13 chakra system, which should actually tell you how non-existent it is out there online. All right. Okay, so I don't have the appropriate colors for the 13 chakra system. This is just how I see the 13 chakra system visually. I'm just going to use whatever color, but I will tell you. You hear that? Okay. I'm just going to tell you the colors that I typically see. All right, so let's start with the lowest of the new 13 chakra system, which are going to be the hands. And I'm drawing this with my left hand, so definitely don't judge me. It's not very hard to draw chakras. They're basically a pulse of energy. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so the first chakras within our upgraded system are the hand chakras, okay? When I see the hand chakras opening up in people, they either come to me as pink or red. I'm not really sure what the difference is. I haven't studied it too much, but I want to say that pink is more of the soft, divine, feminine approach to the hand chakras, and the red is like kind of like a fiery, feisty, but also very grounded, base root, foundational type of energy. So I've seen both pink and red, and of course I don't have either one of those colors today, so I just put them as orange. Yeah, and so ultimately opening up the hand chakras, what does that feel like? So when you open up your hand chakras, and let me know if you've been feeling any of these symptoms. Sometimes it's a lot of heat in your hands. Sometimes it's a lot of cold. All of a sudden you have no, circulation in your hands whatsoever. Sometimes it's, what else is it? I've heard of people, I haven't personally had all these symptoms. I've also heard of people feeling wind. It almost feels like wind going through their hands. I know for me, I went through a period of like very sweaty hands, but also clammy when they're really cold and really sweaty. It's just a very gross period of going through, opening the hand chakras. Obviously your hands warming up is a good sign. And then, pain in your fingers, pain in your hands. Like I went through a period of that. Tingles, yeah, absolutely. Someone else also said numb as well. Okay, cool. And then Suman, you've also been dealing with, the heat in the hands as well. So what can we do with the hand chakras, opening up those hand chakras? We can do a lot more than you probably think that we can do with the hand chakras. So the one thing that we can do for sure with the hand chakras is healing, right? I mean, we're opening up our healing ability, and the hands are a really great body part that we have that can transmute our energy. The crown chakra connects us to pure source energy. The hand chakras expel the power or the energy that we have that we're getting from pure source, if that makes sense. So healing is probably the number one thing that we can do with these new hand chakras. And if you've noticed that you're putting your your hands on your partner more often, or your kids in, just a soft and gentle way, or even your animals, like you're just more aware of touching things more often, is a pretty good indication that naturally you're just kind of gravitating to whoever in your life needs help and support and aid. And for me, I always find that, I'll walk through a store and I'll have to touch everything. Like I feel like I'm very textile that way. I also feel like I touch my plants a lot as well. Like I'll touch their leaves when I'm watering them, kind of like I'm holding their hand, And so, yeah, so it's definitely easy to connect. Hi, Bronwyn. Thank you so much for that super chat. 1111. Gotta love it. And yeah, guys, if you're resonating with this information, super chats are definitely appreciated. And so hand chakras, the other thing that I find is really cool, especially if you've been super aware of your hand chakras recently, I don't know what it's called. It just came to me. I think it's called psychometry, but you can, don't quote me on that. Ultimately, it's an ability with your hand chakras that when you touch an object or an item, you can get a download of information from that item. Just like I used to have for my OG members, I used to have a crystal channeling video every single Wednesday. And so I would touch the crystal and I would immediately get a download about where that crystal was from, what the energy was, and I should be kind of downloading them and uploading them to YouTube. Only for the members though. So those videos will be coming back. So keep an eye out for them. So psychometry, but I can also take an object of yours and hold it in my hand and receive a massive download about you from the object itself. The other thing that people with their hand chakras really open as well can do is, what is it called? You can take a book. Hi, Corinne, as always. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hi, Charlie. Thank you so much. New Zealand, fantastic. So another thing that people with hand chakras can do, and this is a huge skill that you can work on, is, and they've proven this, there's actually, I think, children in China who have this ability. So they're blindfolded and they put their hand on a book and they are able to read the information in a book. And I've seen this done in many past lifetimes as well, is this ability to read without your eyes, but with your hands. Super cool. So that's possible. Now, one skill or one way that you can develop your hand chakra abilities, especially with the really cool reading one, is get a deck of cards at home and with the cards facing away from you, holding each card up. Once again, you don't see the face of the card. Holding each card up, feeling the card, and then just with your sense of knowing or your sense of touch or those hand chakras, I want you to feel and see if it's red or black, if the card is red or black, okay? And then once you know red or black, flip it around. The biggest thing is just don't get discouraged, but it's a great way to practice your hand chakras. And I bet you anything that eventually you'll get to a point where, you can put your hand on the entire stack of cards, and you can say red, black, red, 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 black, red, black, 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 red, and you can just go through it and actually just know the whole order or sequence of orders because of your hand chakra abilities. That's where you can get to. Okay, cool. So that's the hand chakras in the 13 chakra system. So I don't think I mentioned it, but with the 13 chakra system, you have all of the 7 chakras, plus you have extras. So 2 chakras in each of the hands, and then you have the ear chakras, and I'm just trying to think about ear chakras. What do I usually see them as? I had that color so clearly in my mind. It's different, I think. Sometimes I see it's almost like a yellowy orange color that I see the hand chakras in. Of course, we're really switching things up because I don't have all the colors, so I'm just gonna put them as like this green color here. Okay. Okay, so I was shown this quite recently. Hi, Perry. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much for that super chat. So I was shown this in a meditation a while ago about the ear chakras. Well, not like a while ago, probably like a year ago. And Let's see here. Okay, so the ear chakras are opening up. Like I mentioned, you've got the 7 chakras, you've got the hand chakras, and then you've got the ear chakras here. So with the ear chakras, you can do a lot of things. The number one thing that comes through, I mean, I'll talk about the symptoms and then I'll talk about what you can do with the ear chakras. When your ear chakras are opening up, you will have ringing in your ears, you will have popping in your ears, you will have an excess of a wax buildup. Sometimes you get a full-on ear infection, or some of those or all of those are definitely very relevant when opening up your ear chakras. Also, things like headaches and sore throats and sinus issues are all a part of ear chakra opening. Ear, nose, and throat. We need to remind ourselves that it's all connected, okay? Ear, nose, and throat. So throat issues, sinus issues, and ear issues, okay, are all connected to opening of the ear chakras, okay? So please keep that in mind. And then I also want to say too that, and like I said, like pressure, sinus pressure right up here, pressure in the head, and then also pressure in the ears or in the neck or throat are all part of it. Okay, so when you open up the ear chakras, the number one thing that becomes very apparent is your clairaudient abilities. So basically what that means is that you're starting to open up your ear chakras and you're starting to hear a lot more shit than you've ever heard before. And I want to tell you that not only are you going to be hearing physical sounds a lot more clearly, but you're also going to be hearing non-physical voices and sounds and other things that are really going to hit you hard as well. Like the other day, I think I might have mentioned this in a live video, or maybe I was just talking to a friend about it. But I was like walking to meet someone at a restaurant just down the street, and every sound that could have gone off, and the whole week I was just hearing everything so loudly. And when I walked out the door, there was this really loud motorcycle, like one of those motorcycles that are just way too loud and they just make a bad rep for all of us. Anyway, really loud motorcycle went by. His pipes were so loud that he ended up triggering all of the car alarms in the freaking parking lot next to me. And then, because the car alarms are going off, there's the light turns green, all the cars are distracted, so no one's going. So then all these horns start blaring, and I'm like, oh my God. I was just laughing. Like the only thing that I could do in that moment was just laugh so hard just to myself on the street, looking like an absolute crazy woman, because I just thought it was hilarious. Like I've been really battling these sounds. Like everything has been so freaking loud. Planes, there's freaking helicopters flying above all the time because of course we're in LA. Anyway, so it's been really intense. But other things too, like my wife, Natasha, she's opening up. She's really clairaudient, and she's really been opening up her ear chakras. And I'm not clairaudient at all. Like I don't really channel that way. But she'll be like, "Hey, do you hear that?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Yeah, like I hear this guy talking like in the the building next to us." I'm like, "What? How are you hearing this guy having a full conversation in the building next to us?" And I think she's just tuning into that frequency, right? The other things that not just clairaudient, but the other things that opening up your ear chakras will do for you is opening up your, I don't think it's called clairsentience. I think clairsentience means all-knowing. I don't really know my terms very well. But the other thing is like the scent, the smell. Has anyone else been having really intense, random, weird smells that are like throwbacks to periods of your life? Or like it's like the smell that your grandma had and then all of a sudden like it just wafts into a room? Like what's going on with smells recently? Like this is gonna sound really interesting. So I've had way more of a smell thing than I've had a hearing thing recently. But the other day I was doing a session for a client who booked like 8 months ago, and she had this baby, right? This newborn baby. And so she's like with the baby, the baby's down here. I can't really see it. It's not in camera. And I'm channeling her information. And all of a sudden, I literally smell like dirty diaper, like baby diaper. I smell it in the room. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh my God, I'm literally so entangled and connected with this client because I'm scanning her chakras and reading her energy that I'm smelling whatever she's smelling in the room. And that has happened multiple times for many sessions. And so for whatever reason, it's always bad smells. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like it's usually like pretty gnarly smells. And I don't know if they're just more apparent than other smells, but it's been really interesting. But I want to show you this again, okay? Trying to get the light off of it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so once again, so ear chakras, and then I just drew a little triangle here because the ear chakras are also connected to the sense, the smell, the nose, and the ear chakras are also connected to the throat. Okay, so it's kind of a lot of shit is opening up here, which also means that a lot of stuff needs to be purged out and cleared out. Meaning like we're dripping and draining and earwax stuff, and also nasal stuff and that kind of passageway. I always find recently now it's really cool that I'll be talking about something. Either in a live video or for a session or whatever, or just to a friend, and my ear will pop. It'll pop. It's always the left ear that pops. It gives me this little, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how it would happen, but it just pops, in the middle of a conversation. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's an instant validation for me that I'm like, yeah, you're hitting on the right mark, or you're saying the right thing, or what have you. So okay, cool. Let's talk about the other chakras that are opening up. So it's 7, 8, 9. I have to count. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's what I thought. 2 above. Okay, cool. I'm very pleased with this drawing. Very skillful. All right, cool. Okay, so we talked about the ear chakras, we talked about the hand chakras and the 13 chakra system. Let's talk about the 2 upper chakras. So we are also adding, with our 13 chakra system advancement, we're also adding 2 chakras above the crown chakra. So what that means is a lot of pressure, a lot of downloads, a lot of aha moments, a lot of embarrassing moments too, because you kind of wake up to realize who you are. You're like, oh shit, I've been doing that this whole time. Or, oh man, I'm pretty mean to myself, or whatever that realization is. So what I find just in general about the upper crown chakras is what I would call them, the 2 new ones. Hi, Alexis. Thank you so much for that super chat. What I've noticed about the 2 upper ones are they're giving us a higher perspective. That's what I noticed. They're giving us a higher perspective. They're allowing us to see ourselves in a different and a new way. It's kind of like being more, just more aware and conscious of self. But that also means like the symptoms along with that is, I don't know if anyone else has been feeling this way, but it seems like we're kind of all on the same path here. But recently I've been feeling, it's this feeling right at the top of my head, almost like not the very top like this, but like the top back. And it's almost like I feel all of my attention, all of my awareness is just sitting at the very top of my head. And I almost feel very like out of body, but still in body, and like kind of ungrounded and aware of everything, but almost so aware of everything so objectively. It's kind of really trippy. I know that sounds probably like such a weird situation, but has anyone else been feeling that way? Of like, you're just kind of so like, whoa, look at this. This is really happening right now, isn't it? Okay, cool. So someone's with me. Murphy's with me. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, Alexis has that too. Ja has had that. Yeah, awesome. Okay, Mr. Tony. Good. All right, awesome. Rosa. Fantastic. Okay, good. So it's been a really weird feeling for me. It's almost like, ooh, I gotta get grounded. But ultimately, when I tapped into it, my guides just said, that's just me opening up my higher chakras and being very aware of what's going on objectively. And so it's almost like I get kind of freaked out. It almost feels uncomfortable to be so objectively aware and almost so out of your body and looking down at things. Like it's just kind of like a trip. It's just a trippy experience, So I'm just kind of learning how to balance feeling like that and also still, answering emails or feeding myself or what have you. It's got to be that balance. So anyway, so this is the representation of the 13 chakra system. I hope you guys enjoyed my little diagram here. This is what I had to say about the 13 chakra system. We're all moving into the 13 chakra system. I don't care, once again, if you believe in the chakra system. I don't care if you're in tune with your chakra system. You're being forced at this time to move into a higher, more advanced, more developed. Hey, Ika, thank you so much for that super chat. We're all moving into a higher and more advanced vibrational frequency. So we're still working with the training wheels. Once again, we're still needing to translate and interpret energy, but now we can translate and interpret so much more energy. Does that make sense? Once again, we're able to translate and interpret more energy than ever before, because we have more chakras to work with. We're not just working with our 5 senses anymore. We're working with even beyond 6 senses. Okay? So the 13th chakra is allowing us to translate and interpret energy, but translate and interpret energy on a new spectrum. Like, think about it this way. Think about only... Hi, Ika. Thank you again. Think about this. Think about seeing the spectrum, like, visually of the rainbow, right? All the different colors of the rainbow and that spectrum. Now think about adding, 10 new colors to our typical rainbow spectrum. Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for that super chat. We're adding new colors to our energy translation, abilities, right? It's just so incredible. It's super exciting. And it's easy to understand when you think about it that way. I also want to say that by 2024, I don't know. I just know that there's a huge shift that's happening between 2020 and 2024. I would like to hope that by 2024, we've all moved into the 13 chakra system. It's very clear from all of your responses today that you're all resonating and feeling the vibe of, yeah, I also feel like I'm transitioning and opening up my hand chakras and opening up my ear chakras and opening up my higher chakras. It feels like we're kind of all on that same page. And my hope is that by 2024, we're all transitioned, even the ones who still choose ignorant have transitioned into that 13 chakra system. But then, you know what? Imagine this, like, imagine the Wall Street banker all of a sudden transitioning into the 13 chakra system, and he can start hearing his colleagues' thoughts in their mind. Like, how hilarious would that be? Like, I swear, I just want to, like, make a movie one day about how funny it is to wake up. Anyway, like, these people who aren't really aware of energy are going to get a shock of their lives when they start stepping into the 13 chakra system, because ultimately they are becoming way more sensitive than ever before with the energies and vibrations, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, new clear senses is basically what the 13 chakra system brings. And then I want to talk about crystalline. I want to talk about crystalline energy. All right, are you ready for this? This is going to be the best drawing yet. It's going to be so funny. All right. Honestly, if I was going to draw crystalline energy, I would want to draw it with, like, if I could have, like, a silver one of these, because that's how I see it. I've seen crystalline energy. Now, if you think about the clients that I have a lot of clients. And out of thousands of clients that I've had throughout the years, I have only ever seen crystalline energy on a handful, like a very small amount. Would I say that I have crystalline energy? No. I don't consider myself to have crystalline energy. Right now, I'm either seeing very, very, very high vibrational beings, like Palladian beings who are incarnated as humans. And if they're older, they have crystalline energy. These are, like, once again, 1 in a couple of thousand. I don't even consider myself to have crystalline energy. Or, like, usually it's, like, probably 1 in 5,000 adults, or whatever, or maybe 1 in 10,000. I don't know. I don't even know what the numbers would be, but it's very rare. But what I'm really seeing is that these children that are being born, like the young ones, the little ones, a lot of them have crystalline energy. A lot of them have crystalline energy. The way that I see it when I tap into someone like this is I see this beautiful, It looks like a pearly silver energy, like pearly, wispy, silvery energy inside of them, like crystalline type of energy. I don't know. And there's no chakras. I don't see any chakras in any of these, the crystalline people. And it's mind boggling because I usually read the chakra system. So with a crystalline person, I literally cannot read their chakra system because they don't have chakra line energy rather than the chakra system. So imagine all of those chakras are just gone and all you have is this pearly white energy just all over. So let me kind of depict it this way. Okay, so say for example you've got the throat chakra right here, okay? When you have communication energy that comes into your space, it comes into your throat chakra, you process that energy, okay? You process the energy in the throat chakra, and then you hopefully release the energy out. So you process the energy in, and then you release the energy out, okay? That's the chakra system. That's what it helps you do. It helps you process energy. It helps you understand what's going on. The crystalline energy system, there is no translating. There is no processing. There is literally, the crystalline energy is everything and nothing all at the same time. It's the throat chakra and the third eye and the solar plexus and the sacral and the root and the hands and the ears and the upper and the third eye and all of it all at the same time. It's everything all together. There's no like, say for example, if I said, well, what do you think the purpose is of human beings? Instead of going like this and saying, I wonder what the purpose is, you just know. Instead of taking on, oh no, the heartbreak, oh no, I can't believe he broke up with me. Instead of taking that on and sitting with that energy for days, weeks, months, years on end, it's like, boom, okay, cool, we're moving on. That's the difference of the crystalline energy. There's no translating needed. It's instantaneous. It's everything all at once, which means you're not able to hold on to old frequencies in crystalline. You're not able to. That frequency, that energy system won't allow you to. Okay. So like I said, it's quite rare to have the crystalline energy. I don't even have the crystalline energy. You kind of have to be at a place, you kind of have to be at a very powerful place, a mastery place, or a place, and this is where I see most adults who have crystalline energy. They're usually, what should I say? They're usually very cosmic and very, they're just not very responsible towards their human because they're just being in the present moment, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. And so I feel like I'm still caught up in the paradigm of processing and transmuting and figuring it all out. And I'm hoping that one day we will all transmute and transition into the crystalline system. Don't you want this? Don't you want this chaos? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, actually we do. We really do all want that chaos. We really do, because that's a powerful place to be. We don't need to hold anything. We don't need to clear anything. It's kind of like never needing to brush your teeth again. They're just always clean. How amazing is that? You would never have to sage. You would never have to clear your crystals. You would never have to, clear your energy or write in a journal to process your emotions. Like, it's just all there, all at the same time. That's powerful. It's a powerful place to be. Yeah. So like I said here, just in my little notes, no need for translation, everything all at once. Basically, I'm talking about a quantum system, a 5D system. That's powerful. That is super powerful. Okay. So just a couple of announcements. Once again, if you guys are in the LA area and you think that, or you suspect that you've been abducted by aliens before, right now I am gathering some resources together and putting a pilot together for a new TV show. It's going to be good. So if you're interested in being on the TV show or just potentially being on the pilot, please let me know, email me. Also, guys, if you feel like you have anything you want to send me in the mail, I do have a P.O. box. I do have a couple of responses, which is great. Still looking for more people, though. It's kind of difficult to find people in the area that are so niche. Also, if you guys want to send me anything, like I've gotten some really awesome things like Organite. I've received Oracle card decks, health supplements. I've received silver in the mail. I've received, what else? Like survival pack, you know? So if you want to send me anything, and you feel like there's something that I need in my life, especially alien things, I love alien things, then just, you know, let me know, email me. I have a P.O. box, so you can't stalk me, but you can send me something in a safe way. So I can go ahead and send you that address. Other than that, please, you know, if you're interested in more content, you know, sign up to be a member. And then also subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, as always, for supporting me. I will be in Laughlin, Nevada all next week at this amazing conference. I hope that I don't lose my voice because I'm practicing my speeches so much, but I cannot promise live videos next week. So I can't promise Monday, Thursday, or Sunday's live video. I'm hoping that I can get to it, but if not, I will pre-record some stuff this week and I will send that out next week, which is going to be really good. But hopefully I see some of you in Laughlin, Nevada for the UFO Mega Conference. I have 2 hour-and-a-half long lectures. It's going to be a really good time. So keep up the good work, everyone. Hope to see you soon. If not, I will see you after my conference. And follow me on Instagram to get all of your updates about me at the conference and just my everyday life. And probably filming a little bit of my lectures as well. So stay tuned, check it out. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your week and have a great 2 weeks if I don't see you. Bye.